So I had to go for a walk because I gotta talk about something relatively important. This should be, anybody that's watching this shit should understand. Now I get the whole concept of people want to see some shocking shit from time to time or whatever, but when it comes to things like social media, Facebook, shit like that, where, you know, the entire world around you gets to see what you're posting, everybody, right? I get the concept that sometimes you want to talk about the guy who lives down the street from you who's a fucking rapist or some shit, and you want to say, watch out for this fucker, or, you know, you got something really, really important to say about life, right? Something that's really fucking important. But to post shit constantly, or even shockingly unnecessarily fucked up shit, like really, really bad shit, right? I'm scrolling through my Facebook, I'm off work, enjoying myself, and I get to see a fucking stabbing today. A fucking stabbing. Not like, you know, someone's like, no. I get to see someone fucking get murdered on my fucking Facebook wall. Not my wall, on my fucking feed, right? Do I really want to see this? Do you really think anybody in the entire fucking world wants to see someone get stabbed? And you know what? The worst part is, I watched it like a fucking tool, because part of me is like, what the fuck? And the other half of me is like, find out what happens. You know, maybe it stops at some point. No, this fucking dude gets stabbed repeatedly until he's fucking dead. And that's so fucking screwed. I'm a very peaceful person, and I only promote like the best of the best of life, right? Put out the best all the time, because that's all the world should fucking have to see. You know, I called out some asshole a few weeks back, and he came at me and he was just like, fuck you, bro, because I had somehow got linked to his page, and I scrolled down his Facebook wall and saw the worst of the worst, and it just kept going. It wasn't like a one-time post. It was like the worst of the worst, and it kept scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. I was like, you know, it was like rapist, murderer, here's this guy, here's this fucking tool, here's the worst part of humanity. And I called this fucker out. I messaged him. I'm like, all right, I get what you're trying to do. I get what you're trying to like represent. Like, watch out for these fucking people. But like, do you really think the world is gonna want to like look at you as a positive person if they were to look at your Facebook, scroll through that shit, and then find the worst things in life? You know, I get the concept of like showing your friends some fucked up shit. You want to see something fucked up? Sure, show me. And then they get to see it, you know, white-faced and being all like, what the fuck? I get it. I get the whole concept, right? But Facebook is it's a public domain, sure. But at the same time, the other half of it is literally like, you know, you're friends with young people sometimes. You're friends with people that don't necessarily want to see really fucked up shit. Who the fuck are you people that you're just like, let's show the world the worst possible shit and just keep it going? You know, let's find it on the internet and then just repost it for everyone to see. You know, I'm on my fucking break and enjoying my lunch, and all of a sudden I get to see a stabbing. Or I get off my fucking work and I get to come home, relax, and I scroll through and I'm like saying cool shit, fucking stabbing. You know, I love the fact that it's not all puppies and kittens on Facebook, because that gets really annoying after a while. But reality, really? Do I really want to see that?